I pressed go live by mistake. I didn't want to go live. But I'm now live. So, yeah, I don't really know. I don't have, I'm going to play a bit of Balatro, but really I only wanted to come on and just tell you about the new definition of gender that the Irish government just dropped. Actually, no, they came out with this a few years ago, or a few months ago. Sorry, earlier in the year, I mean. And this is what they're putting into a hate speech law, okay? This is the definition of gender that the Irish government is putting into a hate speech law that will have, like, you know, direct consequences for people who don't believe that fucking trans exists. People like me who believe it's a social contagion that the Irish have fallen for in the most ridiculous way possible. Like, talk about can't get fooled again. Fooled twice by the same quasi-religious shite. Anyway, but here's the definition. This is what the last speech I just gave would probably put me in jail for. Ready for this? Irish government, definition of gender. Gender means the gender of a person, the gender which a person expresses as the person's preferred gender, or with which the person identifies, and includes transgender and a gender other than those of male and female. Well, you know, I'm glad we cleared that up, right? Let me read that again, because maybe it'll become clearer through repetition what the fuck they're talking about here. Gender means the gender of a person, the gender which a person expresses as the person's preferred gender, or with which the person identifies, and includes transgender and a gender other than those of male and female. That's the definition of gender in the hate bill. One more time. Gender means the gender of a person. Gender means the gender of a person. Do you mean gender means the sex of a person? They can't put down sex, because if they put down sex, it gives the game away. And then people realize, oh, these people are just mad. But they mean sex. They don't mean gender. They may say sex and gender are different all the time, but essentially they mean the same thing. And I have noticed as well that they're trying to take the word female now. You see this in a lot of pieces. I am a female, this and that, you know. So it is becoming increasingly impossible to define what a woman is. And yet it's all on the basis of this utterly nonsensical definition of gender. Gender means the gender of a person. Gender means the gender of a person. The gender which a person expresses as the person's preferred gender, or with which the person identifies, and includes transgender or a gender and a gender other than those of male and female. I really want to, you may just watch me learning this off by heart today. I just want to read it one more time, try not to make any mistakes. Gender means the gender of a person. Gender means the gender of a person, the gender which a person expresses as the person's preferred gender, or with which the person identifies, and includes transgender and a gender other than those of male and female. Okay, I think I got through it at least once there. I've had my new ChatGPT listening to this, so hopefully it will remember this as well. And yeah, that's what might put you in jail. So if someone comes up to you and says, I'm, I don't know, fucking tosspot gender, and you say, oh, well, you know, I don't know what to, I don't know how to respond to that. It sounds ridiculous. Then you're going to jail. You're going to jail. Because you know what's covered by, do you know what tosspot gender comes under the banner of? Includes transgender and a gender other than those of male and female. And it's up to the prison services, individual policemen, individual people in hospitals to work out what the fuck the Irish government means by that. It's up to them. And it's going to ruin lives. You know, they already put Barbie Kardashian in a fucking in Limerick's women's prison. Something I noticed my old, very working class friends in Ireland haven't been talking about at all. Fiona. Yeah, it's just an extraordinary state of affairs. There could be a law in Ireland that makes tosspot gender people who believe that they are neither male nor female, but a tosspot, will become a kind of new aristocracy on the same level as the priests used to be. You know, as I always say, at least the priests had to learn Latin, you know. I know I'm not looking right at the camera. I'm looking somewhere else. Sorry. I don't know if that's distracting, but holy shit. Anyway, so yeah, so I'll play a bit of this, and we can discuss the matter. I guess that's what this is for, right? God, I just can't believe it. I mean, we really are here. We're here now. This is where we are. Gender is your gender. The Irish government, you know. I remember when I was a kid, how hurt I used to be if I saw Irish jokes in my favorite comic. And now gender means gender. Gender is the gender you're gendered with. Fucking Irish joke. It is an Irish joke. You know, funny thing happened once. The mic is far over there. Hopefully I've been ranting loud enough for all that. But do I put this issue above things like economic policy and foreign policy, etc.? I do think this is the biggest issue to base your political effort into, and that's why I've gone so far into it, rather than say poverty or something like that. Well, you see, this affects the poorest women, the most vulnerable women, and women have a harder time in general. So this is the very, very most vulnerable and poorest people who are being affected by this, including rape victims and women in prison. So that's my answer, Rose. Rail, and you should be caring about it more too. Yeah. Fucking people. Everything they say means I don't give a fuck about women. Why do you give a fuck about women? Like, what possible? I remember one guy I used to follow on Twitter. What was his name? It was something like Second Amendment Muslim, you know. And I thought he had a funny. What did I do there? I fucked up. Sorry, I sold all my jokers for £7, or for £3. Yeah, this is a case of doing two things badly. But anyway, I was working once on a TV show, or at least I thought I was gonna. A nice production company got in touch and said, "It's terrible what's happened to you," and blah blah blah. And that's happened a few times, but it never lasts because they don't really realize what's going on, and as soon as they get a taste of it, they're gone. So totally understandably, and I completely get it. But you know, I wanted to help these women out, and they suggested that I speak to a pair of writers they had. And you know, I just thought, oh yeah, you know, because I just wrote this thing that basically is a what do you call it, guide to comedy writing. So I thought, yeah, I'll just tell them all that stuff, and it'll help, you know. You're two young comedians. You want to help them. So I offered it. And then a couple of days later, they were so embarrassed. They called back and they said, "Look, Graham, I'm really sorry. One of them is non-binary. And he says he wouldn't feel safe in the room with you." And I was kind of used to things like this by then, right? So all I said was, he's a non-binary comedy writer. He's going to have to give one of them up. You know, you can't be a non-binary comedy writer. You can't take yourself that seriously and be a comedy writer. I'm sorry. as we've discovered with Tim Heidecker. Okay. So that's the definition of gender, folks. I hope you will memorize it. Ugh, I hate doing that. I forget about this card. Basically, every time you discard it, it reduces the multiplier. So I keep forgetting it's there, and I keep discarding anyway. Oh, I know. Imagine believing in pronouns, in preferred pronouns. Imagine following someone's orders to refer to them in this absurd way. Imagine it. Imagine being that fucking, much of a slave in your own life. I just find it absolutely extraordinary. I'm not going to use the Wheel of Fortune because it'll probably do on one of these temporary cards. And these are going to go, and the Wheel of Fortune suddenly won't be any use. So I'll wait till I've gotten rid of all temporary cards, of which these are 2. They're gonna. You see here they count down, so you get 95 chips, and then 90, and then and so on. This gives you +5 hand size, and it reduces by 1 every round, but it will disappear. But I can buy this. I'll just buy it for the moment. I'll do this. This is a game called Balatro, which is a kind of variation on poker. How much will that give me? 11. But it has a lot of different kind of rules that are cards that kind of break the game and make certain cards more powerful, make certain hands more powerful. It's a really great game. I should have something here. Oh no, wait, what am I talking about? I have to change these. 10s, I think it's always a safe bet to change 10s to mults or bonus cards. Astrobot, don't think so. At the moment I am enjoying Warm Snow, which is a bit of a disgusting title, but it's a kind of like Hades, except it's not as gay. I mean, God bless the gay community, but I don't really like games where everybody's talking like Danny LaRue. You, what are you doing back here? No, thank you. And I think you'll find my gay friends will agree. Flower pot. +3 multi. Poker hand contains a diamond card, club card, heart card, and spade card. That's really hard to organize sometimes. But I really like how much of a multi it gives you. It's pretty bloody good. Wait, should I open this and see if I can double up, get some more money? Yes! Double my money. Okay, I'm going to risk this and see if I can. I think I need to get straights, so that's good. So I don't need to make the straights flushes, because it will make that more powerful. Okay, so non-flush straights is what I need. Non-flush straight. Oh, I can't use it at all now because fucking clubs are debuffed. Sorry, this card basically gives you a huge multiplier if you have one of each suit, and this. This won't happen because the clubs are debuffed on this one. Fucking pain in the arse. Okay, I guess I'm going to go for a flush, even though I just said I'm not going for flushes. Continuing to destroy that ramen card. Isn't that clever? Ramen card. So it takes away the multiplier like someone sipping ramen. We had some external DEI trainers, and I managed to pique them. They have Martin Katie Neves on their site, and it's a whole mess. I explained the whole trans and kids thing being anti-gay and anti-autistic, and they were really receptive. And we ended up agreeing the site needed more lesbians because they get shit done. Very good. And it's ramen. Thank you. Okay. I don't really have a plan yet. I'm still doing two things badly. Always open these first because there might be money in them. Or what you could do here, and this is a nice thing, I could make these multi-cards, right? Boom. And then I could go down here and use 5, I guess. I don't really see any other reason not to. And I can create 2 of these. So that's looking pretty good. +2 hand size. What's this at now? This is at +3 hand size. So the only difference between, and this has 10 +10 mult. I still think that's going to disappear anyway. So let's sell it and get this up here. People joining. I should write it in the description that this is just me talking and playing games. There's nothing really more to it than that. And I realize how paltry that is as a thing. I'm still destroying that card. What can I do here? I could do these 2. Wait a second. It's funny. It's just because you're all watching, but I'm not getting good cards. I have to say, I've been having a lot of. This isn't very good. This is disappointing, and I'm having to. Oh, look for 4 aces. Okay, I take it back. Oh, thank you, Adam. It's the Substack that is helping me most, so I really appreciate that. And I got lots of interesting things coming up. I've got a brilliant report from Australia, another brilliant report from Leeds University, which you will be seeing soon, which is very good. Yeah, it's all happening. Lots of juicy stuff. I was getting a bit embarrassed because, like, I would either forget to put it in there or there wouldn't be many anyway. And it was like the whistleblower section. But suddenly the whistleblower section has exploded. And people are sending me stuff, some really good stuff. And I've got a New Zealand story that I really need to get moving. It's incredibly tragic and it just needs to be told. But that's proven a little more difficult, but we'll figure it out. Maybe I could lose ramen and replace it with this, but I can't move it to replace it, if you know what I mean. So I might have to do it with this or this. I'm not doing those straights either, but that's because I've been getting some very, very bad hands. Oh, I don't know what to do. Get this. I always think this is going to work. What this does is it eats the card to its right, and its multiplier goes up by its the cost of the card. So it's very good with one card called Egg, I think, which is basically just an egg, and each round it increases in value. So when you finally get this to eat it, it could be worth hundreds of mult. But I don't have anything like that here. I do have a temporary I'm going to be getting rid of. This is running down and down. Although it's actually not that too bad. I'm not really doing this a lot. Yeah, that's what I'll do. I will get this and sell these when they become useless. Okay. Thank you. Thank you for thinking of me, Mum. Okay, so I've won. I won this one. So when you stop worrying about straights and stuff, you just play a very simple game, and you hope that your deck eventually keep doing it. Your deck eventually catches up with whatever cards you've picked up along the way. Oh, sell value. Oh yeah, it's free money. Sell this card to create. Nah, that's no good. I might re-roll and see. I mean, I know I can't put anything in, but if you see a great card like, I think it's called Mirror, the one that copies the action to the right. I didn't get that. I think this might be useful. Bit of Uranus. Anyway, listen, I'm only going to play one game, right? I'm not going to try people's patience because I came into the I posted on Twitter and I just see someone says something like they keep getting alerts. I didn't know this would give alerts. I apologize if it is. I don't want to annoy people. I just wanted to read you the definition of gender that is going to put Irish people in jail. And it makes absolutely no sense. And bear in mind that this is when there's this Irish guy, Emmett, I can't remember his second name, but it's Emmett something, who has been in prison for 400 days, over a year, because he's annoyed. He's very, very justifiably annoyed that he has to use fucking preferred pronouns for some spoiled middle class kid who wants to be treated like the aristocracy his mother thinks he is. I think that's a very good explanation of the whole situation there. I'm very happy with that. What am I going to do? What am I going to do? Well, I can't have anything anyway, so I don't know why I keep. I'll get this because this will give me better quality cards. They'll have different. They'll be made of different things, which make them more powerful. I could buy this maybe and feed some. Yeah, and then use that to feed something to this fella later on, who, remember, eats the card to the right of him and takes on his value. This guy's value is going down and down. So is this guy, but it's still pretty good. Okay, here we go. Oh, that's great to hear, Adam. I was at the LGBA Alliance conference next to the crickets. Total pain in the arse, but they quickly moved on to the next session in the next room. Yeah, unfortunately, they have to have contingency plans for all these types of things. Whenever we were booking somewhere on the Australian and New Zealand trip, we always had to have another place ready to go, because people just think, oh yeah, he's grand, love Father Ted, but then they start getting emails saying that I'm guilty of all the things they themselves are doing, and yeah. Oh look, now of course I'm getting lots of straights. Although this might be better than a straight. 2 pair with these two. I think. Oh, I've only got one left. I've got to be careful. Actually, let's not act too hasty. No, I just need to stop reinventing the wheel here and do a straight. I think that will get me there. Oh, thank God. Way over. Father Ted, yeah, I can answer any questions you like. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. I can't promise I'll know them because it kind of, I haven't seen the show in years. More money? Oh no. Gives the total sell value of all current jokers. Yeah, I'll get that. Okay. I think he's ice cream's nearly dead, so I'm gonna move him over here and eat him up in a sec. I'm not gonna wait for a straight flush. In one of the episodes there were a computer. Is there any story behind that? I don't think so. I think we may have just used it to because they were looking something up or something. I have no idea. I opened that Celestial pack by mistake. I don't like Celestial packs in general, but I certainly don't think you should be opening them until towards the end game, don't you? I mean, maybe I'm wrong, but it just seems to me there. What the fuck do I need to get through here? Oh my god. How come I only have one hand left? How did that happen? Would a flush do it? Could I do something with one of every card? No, I couldn't. So that's not going to do anything. It is going to, no, it's going to give it plus 10 mult. I don't know what to do. I think I might, this might be the last hand, folks. You never know. I think I have to go for, wait. I have 2 more discards. So let me go for a higher flush and I'll keep some of these in case it gives me a, yeah. Is that what I want to do? A house. Yeah. No, that's not done really anything. I'm going to get rid of this. Although diamonds, can there be a hand out of all these? Spade, heart, diamond. No, of course not. Okay. I think I have to keep going for that flush. I think I got a slightly higher flush there. No full house. So let's do this. This may be it, though. This may be the last hand. Please. Oh. No, that's it, folks. Okay. Anyway, I just wanted to tell you about that definition of gender. I cannot quite believe that it is true. I'll give it to you one last time before I go. The gender means the gender of a person, the gender which a person expresses as the person's preferred gender or with which the person identifies, and includes transgender and a gender other than those of male and female. And there you have the absolute empty heart of gender ideology. What a fucking joke. What a joke. Bye, everybody. See you soon.